At the beginning of the semester, we each created a virtual avatar to introduce ourselves to the class and our professor. We had numerous discussions and quizzes which helped us learn more about technology and dig deeper into discussing the importance of technology and how it affects our day-to-day lives. For students who forget things easily, it was nice to know that Mr. Etchels used Remind 101. This app helped us to be reminded of future assignments as well as due dates. We learned how easy it is to remind students of assignments by the touch of a button. Throughout the semester, we have each posted a link to some technology news that we found interesting. For instance, Corinne found an article about a young girl who actually put the VGO robot into use, and she personally knows the girl too. One of the many projects we completed during the semester was Nearpod. Nearpod is a great and cheap way to take your class on an exciting adventure. Why travel outside of the US when you can have a chance to visit a country such as Italy inside your very own classroom? We learned how Nearpod works while Mr. Etchels took control of our screens as we visited Mount Rushmore. This source is a great way to keep your students engaged in class lessons. This would also be a great resource for special education teachers to be able to do a budget-free field trip without having to, for example, reserve special school buses to get to and from a museum. In February, our group conducted a lesson plan that involved an interactive whiteboard. Through this project, we learned new techniques on how to incorporate the board into everyday classrooms, including subjects such as language arts, science, math, and even in special education programs. Weebly was a project in which we were able to create our very own website for ourselves as teachers. It was really cool to think about what we would want our students, their parents, and even other faculty to know about ourselves and what we plan on teaching. This is where we used VoiceThread to do a virtual field trip. Through this website, we were able to connect with our students through pictures, videos, our voice, and it even allowed live commenting for teachers and students to interact. Low tech versus high tech. Plickers is an amazing and low-cost tool to always have ready in case life happens. The power could go out or your class could be moved to the gym, but Plickers could still work. On the other hand, the Tobii Tech VR glasses are very helpful too, but are much more costly. It could help teachers see where their students' attention is at and where they need help. The Hour of Code helped us get a glimpse into one of the many potential projects we will be having our future students do. It's a great way to help students become more familiar with working on computers and other technology. Together as a class, we all completed the Hour of Code and received our certificates. The VGO robot was a great learning experience because it showed us the very real possibility of us as future teachers having to use this in a class one day. But we would definitely need more practice steering if we were to use it in a school. After completing the Apple Teacher Certification, we felt that most of the content was very important and would be very useful for ourselves, students, and parents if we master the apps before becoming teachers. Jamie said she would like to have mastered the Numbers apps to keep track of her students' data. Jamie was able to go visit Mr. Taylor's classroom and try out the VR technology. She said it was a really cool experience. It felt and looked way more realistic than what she was expecting. She hopes to see this technology used more in the future for not just students in the IT program, but as well as students with special needs. It would be a great way for them to practice skills that they are typically unable to do at school due to safety or funding.